What things really make you cringe? Recordings of my own voice. Videos of people getting caught in lies. When I remember my high school interactions in general. Extreme self-delusion. Usually it's funny enough to make up for it, but sometimes it's just so sad to see somebody who can't accept reality. Self-diagnosed psychopaths. The time I was talking too loud at a wedding when I wasn't supposed to, and everyone at the wedding turned around to see what asshole wouldn't shut up. When I remember that I do have a boyfriend, he just goes to another school thing. When someone is obviously lying. Secondhand embarrassment. It makes me physically ill. Someone obviously showing off at doing something when they are not that good at it really gets to me. The worst is when someone is singing along to a song, but instead of just vibing and singing for their own pleasure, they are looking around to make sure that other people are watching them sing. It's the worst. Just to be clear, doing something badly just because you enjoy it is encouraged and celebrated. You should see me on a dance floor. It's like an epileptic octopus. It's when the person doing it thinks they are good at it and has that smugness or attitude and is doing it for praise from other people, but they are not actually good at that thing. Watching the auditions force factor makes me feel sick. Seeing an adult complaint like a child to waiters, cashiers, etc. Remembering my past. When people make a joke but nobody laughs and it's just quiet. Those videos of guys trying really hard to be sexy, biting their lips and looking down and brushing their hair back. They make me cringe so hard. When people get that mentality of I'm one bad bitch because they are really just one annoying bitch. People who post vague status updates on social media, such as the most horrible thing just happened to me, without providing any context. It's the cheap way for people to fish for attention, and it creates unnecessary worry for the people who care about them. A suburban white kid acting like a gangster cause he listens to rap. YouTube comment threads that are essentially an endless string of who else is listening in 2020? Early teen me. So many cringy stuff I did. I hope all of my old friends have forgotten about me. When the super rich try to relate to ordinary people, it just comes across as so fake. Public proposals. Videos of people at sporting events eating their budgers. Horny dudes trying to get a woman's attention while she's shopping or at work. Women who act wasted after 2 drinks for attention. My coworker who told me her last boyfriend told her that her back feels like freaking a bowl of macaroni. Guys being overly aggressive at women who are plainly uninterested. Coming across some rising issue or unpopular celebrity being posted about on Reddit and someone saying Reddit do your thing like we actually have a huge impact on crap outside the website lol. Every time I'm in a group of people, I always say the wrong thing and they look at me like I have 3 heads and a peen growing out of my forehead. Thanks for the gold, kind stranger. Just send a PM to the Gilder and stop ruining good posts. When people post selfies of them crying. No joke. My friend's sister posted crying selfies of her and her kids when they had their dog put to sleep with the dead dog. Like, that's a private moment of grief, not a selfie opportunity. People who talk about oh I'm so ugly when they are literally the most attractive person in the room, clearly just so people would compliment them. This doesn't go for looks only but for skills too. My face when I see it on video. I consider myself a good looking gal. But when I see my face on videos I look absolutely different from what I look in mirrors and pictures, whether selfies or that others take. Looking like a damn squirrel fish. American office culture. Let's circle back. Bubble up any concerns you might have. Forced camaraderie and laughter at Steve who's a damned weeb and his unfunny joke that's been honed over many a cup of crappy coffee in the break room because it's just another Monday. When people film themselves doing something really generous and heartfelt for someone in dire need, for instance, a homeless person, mate, give them the money or the food or whatever and get on with your life. I cringe at how that person must feel to have a camera or phone shoved in their face while they're accepting someone's shallow charity. I'm glad the person in need benefits, but I can't bear to watch them. A guy sending meme after meme to a chat group and no one responding, like ever. Saying something in a group and getting dead silence afterwards. Also thinking about the stupid things I've done in past social situations. Also waving back at someone who wasn't waving at you. Also my voice. Also having an idea of what to say in my head, but when I speak it just sounds a mess. Having to stick your hand into the nasty food water that has been sitting in the sink for several days to open the drain, and when you remove your hand the pieces of fish and lettuce and dark matter that are stuck to it. Folks who read motivational literature and then brag about what outstanding knowledge it contains. Clickbait YouTube thumbnails. When people gild themselves. My brother-in-law. The way he tries to flirt with anything with a pair of boobs and is 2 decades younger than he is. Mostly female servers at restaurants. He treats male servers like crap. He tries to touch their hair or their shoulders without permission and makes the lamest jokes that no one ever laughs at except for him. The man hasn't shaved in years, and from the smell of it probably doesn't bathe as often as he should either. He smells like dog and burritos. I married his twin brother. I feel like I married the name brand version and his brother is the dollar store version. When I'm getting my hair cut and the clippers get me in my right ear, the entire right side of my head gets extremely tingly and my back reflexively cringes away. It's like ASMR on super steroids. My dad had to get a shot in his eyeball the other day. He was telling me about it over the phone. I'm cringing now just rethinking about it. People shooting down ideas when they've asked for help. It angers me but it also just really makes me uncomfortable. The hate bandwagon. It's painful seeing people hate on a fandom because they saw the small percentage of the part that's bad. They think they know everything because they watched a filthy Frank video. The time I thought I was being mature about sexuality and kept trying to tell my friends that they shouldn't be afraid of masturbation. That everyone does it. And girls do it too. Hey everyone, let's all tell our masturbation stories. I was 13 at the time. Oh god. And now I remember the time I somehow managed to bring using saliva as lube for wanking during a freaking conversation. Why did you make me remember all this? Please end me, like I ended my social status in school. People who always post/talk about smoking pot. You smoke, that's cool. I used to, but Jesus, if drugs are your personality you might have a problem. Also TikTok cringe compilations. It's hard to find a good cringe compilation, but the TikTok ones are so hard to watch. Styrofoam. Chalk on a blackboard. Carol Baskin. When like people like say like too many like times, when they like talk, edit, like OMG, like I totally did not like totally expect to like get like so many like upvotes and like comments, like thank you so much guys. No seriously guys, I can't thank y'all enough. I'm very grateful. I never thought this comment would get so much attention. People pretending to act dumb to be attractive. It makes me cringe when people cringe at things I find completely normal, like it makes them seem too uptight or uncomfortable with themselves, and then it makes me uncomfortable. Edit. Wow, my first award ever. Thanks. 12 years old little kid swearing. By far the most cringy thing ever. Imagine the fake, out of touch, narcissistic, pathetically worshipped celebrity version. Kids claiming to be born in the wrong generation. Scott's tots. Me talking to my crush. TikTok. Fortnite dances. Dueling. Etc. Edit. Underage high school dueling to be cool. Not referring to people using it instead of cigarettes. Shared couple Facebook accounts. Specifically where they use N as the middle name. My trying to pronounce certain English words. People who consider themselves a professional actress/actor when they are TikTok famous. Remembering that I liked some of Anision's videos. Joe Biden sniffing little girl's hair. Watching old recordings of me performing. When guys hit on women in public that clearly don't want to be bothered. Listening to someone speak passionately about something that no one around them has any interest in learning about. People who are unnecessarily aggressive because they are insecure. People who overshare for attention on social media, mainly Instagram. I can't stand someone just talking about themselves to a camera like the entire world needs to know what they are doing every minute of the day. Super religious people. You just know they are ultra fake idiots hiding behind religion. Like somehow it justifies them being judgmental pieces of crap. r/teenagers. I'm a teenager, by the way. 300-pound people dressed in military uniforms pretending to be Ghost Recon Army SEALs. Hearing wait staff singing happy birthday to someone. Double cringe if it's to an adult. Myself 99.5% of the time. I'm anxiety. In a drama performance, I had to blow a kiss into the crowd and accidentally did it to a teacher by accident, and following up I did the call me hand gestures. When people sing you a happy birthday song. People lying about having a mental illness. Thank you for the gold award, kind stranger. Guilt tripping. I've been around/survived too many narcissists to allow it. Related. Having to witness people continue to fall for narcissistic behavior. Not being able to explain that this perfect friend of yours is actually just a master manipulator. Oh, and mega currents. When people sneak in the fact that it's their cake day into a comment that has nothing to do with it. When people break bones in videos and they just stare at it in shock. People who aren't funny and don't realize it. People commenting what they want to do to girls on their god-awful posts. You see people commenting on a girl with her full breakfast out saying I'd have you dripping like a runny egg sandwich, and it's painful to read. Similar to 30 video comments where at least some of them are funny. Clout chasers. I'm a nice person, but if you piss me off I'll be your worst nightmare. Probably will get downvoted for this one, but when I hear someone using terms like incel, mansplain, toxic masculinity, hypergamy, or any other similar terms in real life. The sound of metal scraping against metal. People that use the word simp. Not knowing Obama's last name. Watching a sex scene of a movie with your parents. Those voiceovers that I keep seeing people do on TikTok. When a decent looking girl posts a pic on Instagram, read the comments. I can't look away, but it is a cringe factor of 10 every time. Edit on any social platform. That whole he's my king, she's my queen thing seems really fake and weird. Furries. That David Miscavige guy who runs Scientology. Touching something that shouldn't be where I have my hand. Doesn't matter what it is and or how it feels. It especially happens if I'm doing the dishes and I touch a large chunk of tomato sauce that wasn't thrown into the food bin. The frogs that hatch their young in their freaking backs. Celebrities singing Imagine while everybody else has real problems. Duck lips. Reddit awards on seemingly obvious comments. My old social media posts and behavior. Baby talk when talking about pets. Doggo/pupper/human. All that crap. Freaking grow up. My own voice, face, appearance, and my old YouTube channel that should been annihilated to oblivion like years ago. Oh, and also touching textbook pages with semi-wet hands. TikTok dances and Fortnite dances. People who use ad hominem attacks as a preemptive strike because they can't take criticism. I know all the haters are going to attack me for this. You won't understand. But a bunch of assholes are probably going to downvote me to hell for this. Nobody cares about me here. But seeing people attempt to get the perfect selfie out in public. Still to this day it's the goddamn dab. I have such mixed feelings about young LGBTQ+ teens who act like their sexual orientation is 87% of their identity, wear rainbow clothes and rainbow makeup all the time, etc. I'm glad they feel confident and proud, and it's kind of a part of growing up, but it's also such a small fraction of who they are/who they'll be in some of those outfits, slogans, and memes are so cringy and awkward. Safe spaces are at PE culture, 80+ genders etc. Pretty much anything the left throws at us the normal people. Oh, and getting offended by everything. My first kiss. I was really inexperienced and told her beforehand. I asked her to just do a little lip peck because I had no clue how the whole tongue kissing worked. She went for a full-blown kiss and I had my teeth together. Her tongue looking for a way into my mouth, but ultimately ending up just going up my teeth is a feeling that I will never forget. Just writing this out, I'm sweating and shivering at how freaking retarded that was. People chewing loudly and making smacking noises when they eat. When people make a scene. For any reason. Especially if I'm associated with them right there. Brings on a tidal wave of anxiety and embarrassment. The viral challenges on internet. The most recently, coronavirus challenge.